Kathy Hochul's, please, senor, come back so we can tax you some more. New York Governor Kathy Hochul openly admits the state's tax base is collapsing and begs wealthy residents to lure back friends who fled to low tax states so New York can keep funding its massive welfare and social programs. So I love this video, guys. I'm going to show it here. I'm going to do the first part here, and I think you guys will enjoy it as well.
And we're here to say that the era of Trump and Zeldin and Molinaro, just jump on a bus and head down to Florida where you belong, okay? Get out of town. Get out of town, because you don't represent our values. You are not New Yorkers.
So if you don't like it, leave. To now, it's please come back and pay. So how do New Yorkers who were basically told to get out during the COVID mandates and lockdowns, how do they feel about the same leadership now saying we actually need you back so we can tax you?
Yeah, politicians are just regular people who have an agenda, right? And they're activists and they're like, I want to run. And then they will get into office and they're like, okay, now I got to enact this stuff. But they don't really know the actual effects of things. And you see that here in California, huge deficits. We're going to tax the rich people more, try to get their money. And then, oh, well, you're collecting $0 now because they just left the state. So this is just a dime a dozen. These blue states are all, I mean, the infrastructure is crumbling, and it's not going to be surprised that New York and California just become like third world states.
Mm-hmm. Annette, from 2020 to 2023, New York suffered a net loss of nearly 1 million residents without migration accelerating during the pandemic, as we know. But they also fled the lockdowns mandates that brought high crime and high costs. And projections show another 250,000 net loss from 2024 to 2025. And these are high income earners, disproportionately represented in the group leaving, meaning most of them are high income earners, the tax base. And most of them moved to no income states, Florida, Texas. I'm saying Texas because I have some Latino friends who are from Texas, Mexicans. That's how they speak Spanish in this house. But many of those residents, again, are moving to those states because of the overall tax burdens and regulatory pressures are not only lower for themselves as residents, but for their businesses as well. So when hundreds of thousands of people in that leave, especially the high earners, in just a few years, is that a messaging problem or a referendum on New York's policies that no amount of please, senor, come back?
No, they took her at her word. I mean, I love it, actually. That made me really happy. It's definitely a referendum.
I think so too. This is a tale that has been played out in what state, people?
California.
Thank you.
Because no, they're going to Arizona, they're going to Texas, the same exact thing.
All right, let me play the second part of this video here for us. That was then, this now.
But maybe the first step should be go down to Palm Beach and see who you can bring back home, because our tax base has been eroded. So I philosophically don't have a problem. It is like I have to look at the fact that we are in competition with other states who have less of a tax burden on their corporations and their individuals. And I would say remote work changed everything. There were people who could only work in an office in Manhattan or work in New York State, and they were captives to our state. They were going to stay. We saw that that's not the case. I mean, Wall Street businesses looking at Texas, they're not going there because they have a nicer governor. I know that for sure. But
yeah, they are.
They're going there because of the tax rate. We have to be smart about this.
You can't make this stuff up. First of all, she's showing she's ignorant and couldn't see the common sense writing on the wall. So, guys, at what point do they realize we're self-destructing with the high taxes and the heavy regulations? It's driving everybody out. I mean, New York State taxes are 3 times the national average, and property taxes are about 45% higher than the U.S. norm. The overall cost of living is about 50% higher than the national average. State and local tax bills are also massive. Business taxes in New York, it varies by sector, but they're about most of the time 50 to 100% above national figures, making it impossible to operate and hire. The comment from Annette, and we all know this, it takes a handful of kids to live together in their apartment just to be able to live in New York City. So at what point do they realize and look in the mirror, maybe we need to lower the taxes and the regulations to get people back?
Hey everybody, this is William Del Pilar, founder of Grumblings Media, and I want to say thank you for watching our content. If you want to support our all-volunteer efforts at Grumblings Media, smash the subscribe button right here. 100% free, and please consume and share our great content. Click either one of these two boxes for more of our work.